Today we'll be talking about the Schrade Schf51m. Alright guys, I was able to acquire a few weeks back the new Schrade Schf51m, and I couldn't be happier. They've gotten the knife, so I have to thank Nick over at SAZ, Swiss Army Zippo, for offering this knife up to me for Schrade, so I thank you very much, Nick, for that. I also want to thank Country Pepper. He sent me a Schrade SCHF, I want to say it was a 36 with the TPE handles, and I loved the knife. It was a great knife, although it did the jimping on the top here and the jimping on the bottom was a hand terror. And I work with my knives a lot without gloves. A lot of times, it's just because the way I am, I just rather work without gloves. I want to be able to feel my knife. But I want to tell you, the improvements that they've come up from the 36 and the 37 to this new blade are absolutely phenomenal. Especially on the, from what I understand, I haven't had the new TPE handles in my hand, but from what I understand with the micarta, this jimping is there, so you can still use your thumb and get some purchase on that, but it's pretty much covered, it's not going to rip up your hand. The micarta itself has some, micarta scales themselves have some traction on them, just the way they are cut. Only complaint I would have about this particular one is maybe they were cut too straight. Maybe I'm going to take some sandpaper and round off of those particular edges. But the removal of the jimping on the back and adding that extra little tail on there with that end is absolutely awesome. The knife just feels fantastic in hand. The new coating, I have absolutely zero, me personally, I like the coating on most of them, but some of that cheapy crap would just pop off. I have put this to some use. I haven't put it to a whole lot of use, but it still looks great. So it has some kind of Teflon coating that I have zero desire to peel off. The sheath is the same old sheath. It feels good on your side. Having that Velcro so you can strap it on and off is awesome. And then having that removable, having that pouch. This does not have a removable pouch. Which they are kind enough to give you a ferrule rod and a diamond plated sharpening stone to kind of give it get some of those burrs out. Not my favorite sharpening stone, but you know, in a pinch it'll certainly work. I've used these ferrule rods quite extensively. This one still has this paint, haven't touched this one, but they do work very good. I like the size of them as well. I'm not going to give you the specs on these guys. You can pretty much readily available. There's not much difference from the SHF 37 is what obviously it's compared to, and the 37 and 30. I'm sorry, from the 36. This is the same as the 36 in size and such. I'm sure adding a little bit has added a few ounces onto here, but gosh, just taking that jimping off, these knives feel fantastic. It's a stout blade, as you can see, and it came pretty darn sharp. I haven't sharpened this yet myself, but I will be putting an edge on with the work sharp, and I think most of Schrade's knives that I've owned take a really good edge on that particular work sharp. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to back up the camera a little bit here, and we're going to baton a few logs, pretty much the same size as I did with the 36, and I'll kind of give me opinions on that without gloves. Now this is some good dry wood, so there's not going to be an issue for this knife to go through. The hollow grind on this thing is absolutely beneficial for batoning. As far as this type of work, I can't see you really going wrong. Detail work, getting down and getting some feathers made, I find it much easier than the 36. Just because that jimping isn't freaking totally tearing into my hand. The choil on the 51 and 36 is absolutely perfect. Again, nice. It came pretty sharp. So I'm getting some pretty decent curls here. Cottonwood, especially dried cottonwood, I think is some harder wood to get good curls. But this blade the shape of it is really made, really made for curls. We're gonna take the next step and we're gonna, batoning guys, I could go on, I could baton all this, but you saw how easy it went through, especially this particular wood. Feathering, getting some good kindling here. I could go on for days. This is actually a lot of fun, a lot more fun than I really suspected for getting some good feathers from. For such a thick blade, I'm surprised how easily managed this blade is. You can ride it right here with your thumb in here. For chopping, that's what we're going to do next here. We're going to chop some green wood. Kind of show you that. And we'll make a few tent stakes and stuff like that. But there you got a little bit of feathers. I got some kindling laying here. What the heck, right? I'm here. Let's see if we can get this lit. Gotta get the paint off it. There we go. The knife throws excellent sparks. So I got something else we're going to try with this to catch these sparks a lot easier. I am certain the more I try, this will definitely go up, but I got something I think is a surefire. Hey guys, we're out here with the Schf51. We're going to be doing a wrap up on that. First we're going to start fire with it, and I wanted to use something that was sent to me by a good friend, Grizzly Hillbilly, from the Grizzly Hillbilly channel, David over there. But he makes his own fire starter, and I have been so busy, and I apologize to David that I have not been able to get around to testing this, and I'm just opening this now. So let's see what he has in here for his tricks for his fire starting. He got some fantastic pieces of fat wood just oozing. They're just oozing out. And we have his business card. I'll give a close-up on that on the way out. And then, that was nice of him. I've got he's got it in a little Grizzly long cut, labeled for P701. We're going to go ahead and open this bugger up. Looks to be a little bit of wood shavings. GRIZZLY NAPALM down here on top of my lay. There we go. About 4 strikes, and that thing is napalm. Look at that thing. Wow. Do you smell some kind of accelerant in there? That's definitely Grizzly. Check David Wayne's out, David's channel out on Grizzly Hillbilly. He's got some videos up on how he made this particular product, and it is taking cottonwood down with a storm. We got some kayakers behind us. So anyways, just to wrap up this Schf51m, you already felt my feelings about it. I think it's absolutely fantastic blade. It's 1095 steel, you can't go wrong there. Full tang. This micarta feels fantastic. I'm gonna take a little bit of sandpaper and round off the fine edges on these. But all in all, this blade looks great. I mean, I just wiped off from the ferrule rod, no problem at all. I think for what it is, the sheath does its job. I would prefer a Kydex sheath of some sort with, I don't know if I'd put this particular sharpening stone back on it, but I would definitely use this ferrule rod. It throws pretty decent sparks with the knife and everything. So 2 thumbs up on the Schf51m. Again, another fantastic product put out by Schrade, and they have upped the game on an award-winning knife, the Schf36 already. So all the power to them, and the price point I believe is going to be under 50 bucks for this knife. So you really can't go wrong. I'm not even sure if you could buy a Bear Grylls Ultimate survival knife for under 50 bucks. So I got nothing against the Bear Grylls survival knife. Don't get me wrong, I've owned them, but and I think they're great knives. Believe it or not, I think they're great knives. So I think just if I had a choice, it's going to be the Schf51m all day long. Hey guys, this is Todd with Peaceful Preparedness and Outdoors. And I just want to remind you, always be prepared to live outdoors. Zoom in.